I'm Chow-Yi Watson. I'm a program manager at Xilinx Incorporated in San Jose, California. We're a semiconductor company that sells to over 21,000 customers worldwide. I manage the customer service team for development systems products, and the project I'm talking about today is best practices that we've learned from implementing OBIEE in order to measure KPIs for our service agents that are using Siebel service module. Today, our service agents use Siebel service in order to track all of the customer requests related to our development systems products. They can be order management issues, they could be shipping issues, they can be return material issues, or they could actually be software licensing issues. So any number of those things are difficult to track from an agent's screen. So how do we measure whether or not an agent is actually hitting their SLA targets in providing the customer the level of service they are entitled to? So what we've done is we went into Siebel service and picked out the key points in each of those areas where we looked at the time, the customer, what region that customer is in, and the type of customer we have. Again, for our strategic customers, we provide a higher level of service than we do for our smaller clientele. So the ability to discern that is very much in line with measuring the agent performance. At which point, we worked with IT. We worked very closely with IT. I'm on the business functional side. We had picked out an SME out of our customer service agent group. That SME understood what we had to measure and what would actually trigger an improvement in performance to a target. So for example, the data hierarchy that was described was actually given to IT by this functional expert. He went through and defined it. We needed the time, the region, the customer, the product type, whether it was software or a board that we're servicing customer, whether it was an order fulfillment issue or order management issue, a shipping issue, or perhaps even a return issue where a customer was dissatisfied with the product and we had to issue a return. At which point, those data hierarchies, we basically had IT pull the data out of the Siebel database and push it into our OBIEE database to create analysis objects. From those analysis objects, our functional expert was able to sit down and create tables and graphs and charts that we could use to build our KPI dashboards. So from there, the KPI dashboards were actually split. We could actually use KPI dashboards for upper management to see how we're doing overall to satisfy the customer needs in any particular region. We could also use dashboards to monitor agent performance, which helped managers keep track of whether or not we were actually performing to our processes and procedures. And it allowed us to look for exceptions where we could drill down into the service requests that weren't meeting target, and we could understand why they weren't meeting target. Then we could actually go in and try to correct the process or policy issues that may have driven a particular service request out of alignment to our SLA targets. So at the end of the day, our ability to provide both senior management, middle management, and the agent themselves with how their performance was going over time allowed them to improve their performance to our targets. And really the key point of once you have the KPIs, you can then let a functional expert be the administrator for that area. And once that's in place, you can then put a target level that is appropriate at your current performance level. You can set it as a stretch goal. And as you improve your performance, change the target over time, and thus bring value to the business. In summary, how we derive value from implementing OBIEE KPIs on top of Siebel service was ability to create dashboards that allowed senior management, middle management, and individual customer service agents to continually monitor how they're doing in real time. For example, today, It only takes us 3 hours, one person, to compile our quarterly metrics to report out to our Senior VP of Operations. In the past, it would have taken that same person 3 days to manually compile those metrics. Because we have those dashboards in place, not only are we monitoring on a quarterly basis, we can monitor on a weekly basis, and we can then nip problems in the bud before they become issues that cause us to miss our KPI targets. So at the end of the day, we've been able to demonstrate to our customer service agents that we understand the troubles they're having in fulfilling a customer request, middle management in where they're heading within the regions in North America, Europe, and Asia, and also senior management in that they know that we're servicing our most important customers in the best way we can.